a lot of the youngsters that not having this here happen for them, the boundary group happen for them, a lot of people died, you know, young, like, we could say 18, 19, and 20 and 40 and all that, but they younger than that. They 12, they 13, and they some of them is y'all ages that y'all is now, and they carry guns, they carry knives, you know, stuff like that. They end up killing another little child, and one thing about us is that we don't want to take life, because guess what we can't do? We can't give life. God is the life giver, and so let God be the life taker. So I have to get with the train of thought, because what I was thinking about is that how kids can be abused and stuff like that. You know, there's all type of abuse going on in the world. So when you learn how to be for each other and help each other and be the way God would want you to be, follow God's law, it'll get y'all out of that type of trouble. Now I know probably all of y'all here done had some type of bad experience with life. And if you haven't had bad experience with life, that's good. But I'm 63 years old. Yeah, 63 years old. And when I was coming up, I had bad experience with life. I also, at a young age, I ended up on drugs and alcohol. I wasn't even 13. I started trying to smoke and stuff when I was 12, following the kids that was doing it, you know. And it wasn't that I was raised in a bad home. I was raised with a mother and a father, you know. But still, when I wasn't at home, I would get with this crowd of guys that was doing wrong, and then I followed it. You know, then, like, okay, I'll tell you I'm 63 years old, right? All right, I did. Now, I didn't say you can't go through something, but you want to live for God for the rest of your life, and you want to start now as y'all, the age y'all is, you want to start now. Me, I had to start at 32 years old because I wrecked my kid life. I totally wrecked my kid life. I almost died so many different times because of the drugs and alcohol in my life. I ended up homeless. I ended up, you know, it was real crazy. I had to go to treatment, and when I got in treatment helped me to be who I am today. You know, and then my mama always raised me to know God. That was the part where it say, if you raise a child up in the way they should go, they will come back to it. And I'm glad my mama did that. She took us to church all the time. You know, and so at 32, I had to get treatment and get my life turned around. Then I had to get me a church family. I had to get back in the way of God. I had to leave the cigarettes alone. I had to leave the drugs alone. I had to leave the alcohol alone. I had to leave the wild life alone. The street, partying all night. Y'all still young, but the streets is still out there waiting on y'all.
What kind of boundaries, Irvin? I'm sorry for interrupting. Okay. What kind of boundaries? We're talking, this is a boundary group, and I know they don't have the understanding yet of what a true boundary is. What type of boundary, if you had in your life, had in your life that would have kept you, or just say, look at that picture right there, the little guy jumping the fence. What kind of, if you would have a certain type of boundary in your life, would have kept you from going out there and wanting to experience life, as you saying, the dark side of life? What kind of boundary could your parents maybe had put in your life? Like some of these young men maybe only have one parent. Okay, you had two. You was blessed. Now, if you had two parents and it was hard for you, how it could be if God hadn't have blessed this boundaries class to come to fruition for some of the young men in our community. Let them know one thing or one boundary that you wish you would have had in your life that you didn't have, to divert you from going out there and doing what you did as a youngster.
This the boundary right here. When your parents tell you the do's and don'ts, listen to them. That's one thing I didn't do. I didn't listen. My mom, and I know I would get a whooping if I got caught, but I still did it, and I got the whooping because I got caught a few times. But if I would have listened and I would have followed that way, the way she was teaching me, go to church, live for God, stay away from those alcohol, cigarettes, bad boys that don't want nothing out of life. If I'd have listened to that, then I would be a better person than I am even today. You know, y'all can miss, that's why I said what I said. Y'all can miss a lot of what I went through if you put a boundary in. When your parents say, when you get out of school, come home, come right home. Don't go get with 4 or 5 of your friends and go somewhere else, knowing that they finna do something wrong. That's a boundary. That do your study. Do your study work. The whole 9 yards though is listen and follow your parents. Listen and follow your pastor. Listen and follow your teacher. The whole 9 yards is really for the children of the day, is to follow the righteous thing. That's going to cause you to get a good life. But if you don't follow the boundaries of life, you're going to be in trouble.
Thank you, Irvin. Thank you.
Amen.
Okay, I'm going to pick it up. Whoa, y'all giving a clap for Irvin. Whoa, look at that, y'all. They giving a shout out for Irvin. All right, all right.
Did you go to jail or prison?
No, I didn't go to jail or prison.
Oh, well, that practically means that you lost like 21 years or 22 years of your childhood.
Yeah.
That's a good question, Dalvinier, because really, and I'm asking the whole group this. Which one of y'all want to lose 21 years of your childhood? See, don't nobody want to grow up hooking and crooking and have to go through that life of prison and murder and then getting murdered. Nobody want to do that, do they? Hold this over.
Okay.
The next thing, okay, now, Irvin did a good job of bringing in exactly what a boundary is and jumping that fence. Not to jump the fence, right? Okay. So next, what we gonna do? And he basically covered his part of the lesson, even though it was at the end. He basically covered it, but I'm gonna have him just elaborate before we stop. Right now we're gonna have to.
Came from a man too.
Yeah, that was good, wasn't it? And he really covered my whole lesson, so all I gotta do is go over some things. Okay, can you cut that off for me? Right now we're gonna send out for pizza. Who all want pizza?
Cut that off.
Wow.
That's your mom phone.
Can you